Today we are going to set up our printing presets. So let's go to the print section of Lightroom. And on the print section of Lightroom, what we are going to do is make sure that our contact sheets are showing up the way that we want. So the paper should be US letter. Layout style is always going to be single image contact sheet, so we'll leave that alone. Image settings should say rotate to fit, so we'll collapse that. And then the layout for us is going to be three by four for now, or 4 by 3. 4 rows, 3 columns. That's going to give us a total of 12 photographs per page. And then we're going to come down to our guides and make sure that the guides are off, so we do not want to show the guides. Under page, we want our photo info on, and it should have custom settings, and our custom settings should say exposure, then a space and a dash and then a space. Should say focal length, then a space dash space. Should say date, space dash space, and then it should say keywords. So those 4 should be there. I don't care what order they're in, but those 4 should be there. Hit done. Those things should show up there. As far as the font size is concerned, I'm going to make mine 12 point, so it's somewhat easy to read. So that's correct. And then we are going to change this to say printer, and that is our preset. So I'm going to come over to the template browser, and next to that should be a plus icon. I'm going to click on the plus icon, and I'm going to call this contact sheet. So I'll create that as contact sheet. I'm going to put contact sheet 1 because apparently I did this already once. I'm going to create that. I'm actually going to get rid of my old one. Alright, so if I click on contact sheet, it should immediately bring up the contact sheet preset, and it should be laid out. All you'll have to do in the future is adjust how many photos I want per contact sheet. Alright. The next preset that we want is going to be the 5 by 7 preset. So we're going to start that by going over to page setup. I'm going to select the Canon Pro 1000. I'm going to select here under paper size, and I'm going to change that to 5 by 7 borderless. So it needs to say 5 by 7 borderless. If you don't have that available, it's because you did not select Canon Pro 1000. Alright, so make sure it says 5 by 7 borderless. That should be great there. I'll hit OK. The next thing that I want to do is I want to change my settings under layout so that it's 1 image by 1 image. I want to increase my cell size to the maximum cell size. I want to get rid of my borders or margins, so those will be all 0. And now I should be able to push that all the way to 5 inches by 7 inches. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to photo info, and I'm going to uncheck photo info. The last thing that I need to do here is I need to go to my image settings, and I'm going to click zoom to fill. That should fill the entire page with the photo. And now I'm ready to save that preset. And I'm going to call that 5x7 print. I'm going to put Canon to remind myself that that prints to the Canon. Now we're going to make one more preset. This time we are going to go to page setup. We're going to click on 5x7. We're going to change it to 8x10 borderless. So now that I've got 8x10 borderless for the Canon, I'm going to click OK. I'm going to change this to maximize the cell size. Now it should be 8x10, should have 0 margins, and it should be 1 page. And I'm going to go over here and add that as 8x10 print Canon. So I should now have 3 templates. I have my contact sheet template, I have my 8x10 template, and I have my 5x7 template. And each of them is correct for whatever I'm trying to do. The contact sheet is always going to print to the Dell color printer, so we want to make sure we don't print to anything but that. This does say HP, but that's not a big deal as long as the paper's right, and when I hit printer I choose the correct printer. So there we go. That's it for setting up our print presets.